So I thank Principal Ma'am and each and everyone for getting me again in the school, and Anuradha Aunty for accepting the invitation of you all, traveling all the way from Bombay in the morning, and I am told she is going back after this event to Bombay. It takes around 3-4 hours probably to come from Vile Parle up to here, and while going back it will take some more time due to traffic and other things. So I don't know in this age probably I may be on this earth or not. I may be presentable that much I could come in front of the people. But apart from other things what you all know so far, we need to appreciate the effort of her traveling all the way just to meet our people. Just 5 minutes ago, I think not even 5 minutes ago, she put flowers in front of a soldier who once lost his life defending we all, if I put it like this. It's told to us that we have to respect our parents, we have to take care of our parents. Parents are next to God. And there is one very good saying which you all must have heard by now. That God can't be present everywhere, so He created mother. Am I right? The mother is the only one supposed to be on this earth who is selflessly devoted to the child. Am I right? And we all touch the feet of the mothers. We take their blessings in whatever age or in whatever uh, phase of our lives we are. But see, here a mother is bowing her head in front of her own son. Probably you may have not seen this. To imagine the achievement of her son. He has raised her bars to such levels, even her mother worships him. She puts flowers in front of him. Probably whenever any one of us are depressed or any one of us are in some bad shape, we go to temples, we speak to God. It's a very common practice with almost everyone across the world. But here, there may be a scenario which I can say in front of her only. In her distress, in her something which is not as per her choice, instead of seeking the blessings of God, instead of taking the advice from God or going in the, you can say, to the God, she must be going to her son only. So this is what the son has raised himself up to that level. I hope I am making some sense. One of the difficult tasks of me is that to explain about a soldier in front of his parents only. This is very difficult. You people can understand. Probably I met her in 2002, if I am not wrong. I was in Bombay. From some sources, I could get her phone number. I called her. It was those days when at least I was not having the mobiles. So I think I called on her landline number only. So she asked me, who are you? I said, I am Vikas Manhas and I am from Jammu and Kashmir. I want to meet you. I still remember the line which she said that time. अच्छा जम्मू कश्मीर से हो, फिर तो मिलना ही पड़ेगा. So then I went to Vile Parle. Probably that was first time I was in Vile Parle. I met her. Then she, after I think few months or few years, I don't recall, the very first opportunity which I got to interact with the students, it was in her school only, Martyr Vidyalaya. So I will just narrate in 2-3 minutes one incident of that particular uh, talk which I had that day in the school. Then I will request her to address you on behalf. Now, a gathering was like this only in Parle Vidyalaya. Auntie was sitting there, and one more mother was there Lieutenant Naman Kapadia, one more officer from Bombay whom we lost in 2000. His mother Geeta auntie was also there in that gathering. Now two mothers, one me and just like you, schools, teachers and lot of students. And what school has done, they have invited one journalist to interview me. I can't recall the name of that particular journalist, but as per my information, he was from Times of India. And the topic was Jammu and Kashmir. So it was those days when the information was not as freely available as these days. You go on internet, you put anything, you will come to know. So those days there were a lot of myths and lot of rumors which unfortunately even still today prevails regarding Jammu and Kashmir. तो lot of questions were going on. जम्मू में ये कैसा है, कश्मीर में हालात कैसे हैं, and whatever I could answer, I was answering. The session went for I think for 1 hour or so. Then a girl stood up and she had a question. So she asked me one question. The question was like this. कि every now and then in the newspapers we read that Indian army did this bad, did that bad in Jammu and Kashmir. They go and they torture civilians, they abduct women, they do all the bad things in Kashmir in the name of terrorism. Now what you have to say on this? I try to answer that in whatever manner I could. But to add to this, the journalist started putting more facts. Last year, so many girls were abducted, this was done, that was done. So now I was not having any concrete answers. And whatever I was answering, I could see in the faces of all those boys, girls, young school children, and even the teachers. But I was not able to say, give a substantial answer. And at the same time, I was not convinced what the scenario was being built over there at that time. I could see her sitting, say, like this. The other mother was also sitting there. No, they both were also looking towards me. So in between that 2-3 minutes, for a while, almost I went into the trance. By trance I means, though I was connecting with the audience sitting over there, but I was speaking with myself only. What is this happening? No, that was not an argument for me. No, that was not something where I have to prove I am very intelligent or I am very knowledgeable. It struck to me, if defeat of mine is the reputation of the Indian Army, if I am defeated here, if I am not able to counter this particular argument which is being put, to all these young boys and girls who have yet to go to the college, who have yet to decide what to be in life, they may not choose to be an army officer because the image is being portrayed in a very negative manner. So now almost I spoke to God, you can say. Only you can bail me out, not for me. I am not defending myself, I am not putting my statements, but I am trying to defend someone, those you know who they are. All of a sudden, if I say a divine intervention came and I could ask a counter question to that particular girl, whosoever she was. Maybe I'm taking to call her in my conversation later on. I said, ma'am, whatever you are asking, but I need to ask you one thing. She said yes. So I asked her, do you know Vinayak Gore? She said yes. He was my classmate and his son of, he named you, Anuradha Gore, and he was from Veer Gatha only. We grew up together, we had school times together. So then I said, by your logics and by your theory, even he came and he abducted young girls in Kashmir. So that time the girl was very foolish. How can you say like this to him? How can you raise a question on his character? He was not like this, he was not like that. I knew him personally, and you are saying all these things in front of his mother. I said, no, I am not saying. It's only you who are saying, Indian Army does this, Indian Army does that. So he was also an Indian Army officer. He is also supposed to do what others are doing. No, he can't do like this. Then I asked her, why he can't do like this? He was brought up by such a great mother. Then I said, all the other army officers are the Jawans. They also come from great homes. They also have mothers at their home. Maybe we don't know their mothers. But it's not that anyone just come and join the army. You have to be brought like that. Like the principal man just said. There must be a bringing at the home by which someone decides he will be a soldier. Vinayak Gore, he was from Narsimoji, one very prominent educational institution in Maharashtra, still today, if I am not wrong. I think he had all the other options, whatever career options one can have, and that too he was in Bombay, where every exposure and every information is available. Still, he chose to be an army officer. And I still remember when I spoke auntie about him, so he used to say, one day I will become the general in Indian Army. Teacher doing bad things with students. No, we say every teacher is like this. No, we have doctors doing bad things with the patients. Now every doctor is like this. No. So suppose there is some isolated case where some soldier must have done something. So you can't say whole army is like this. So this one incident which I just wanted to share with you all, I shared it with in front of our only. So again I say it's very difficult, at least for me. I can talk some soldiers, but to talk about a soldier in front of another is very difficult. One line in the last I will say, which I have heard from her in a TV interview only. She said that Captain Vinayak Gore used to tell her, you need not to cry. Aapka bhi rona mat. And she gave her the promise, him the promise, when probably last time he was at home, I will never cry, and she has still kept her promise. It's now 1925, till today, we are celebrating how many years. And after doing the most precious thing of her life, she has dedicated her whole life for young minds only. So now I hand over the mic to her. Let her come and
Thank you. First of all, I want to thank you, management of the school, because you students are our futures, and I always like to be with the students. After retirement also, I can't just study in the school, and every week for a few hours I visit few of the schools. What I do with them, I told them. First, you are very lucky that you are from Pune, because Pune is a historical place. And after Shivaji Maharaj and Sambhaji Maharaj, everything was thinking, no, the Marathi Samrajya is now finished. But it didn't happen like that. Raghava Peshwi went up to the attack, isn't it? And Delhi, which was very difficult, was captured by Bajirao. He was ruling it. So you are having a very great history. And again, secondly, when I was here in the school, again you are very lucky that you are having so many opportunities and facilities and very enthusiastic stuff. I have not learned just like you in international school. So I may not be as good as you are in English. So in between I may use Hindi or Marathi also, because Marathi, again, you are from such an area that Marathi is a language of the heart. And that is why sometimes it may come like that. Thank you very much. To talk about army or bravery, sacrifice in 1.5 hours is very difficult. So every week, I have my own YouTube channel, Anuradha Gore Katha Sagar. So on that Katha Sagar, every Saturday or Sunday, I publish a story. Story of a bravery, story of a sacrifice. That may be a story of Yesubai, that may be a story of any Kargil hero. It may be a story of Sheikh Queen or Queen of Kashmir, Kotarani or Digarani. It may be a story of a Gujarat lady, Naikawati. Muhammad Gore, you have heard about it. But she defeated Muhammad Gore. Kurumavati. Kutubuddin Aibak was killed by her horse. So many brave ladies and so many. Lalitaditya, Nagabhitya. Prithviraj Saran, Bappa. So many, long list. Because India is the only country which is facing this type of means wars were there, Mahabharata, Ramayana, all these are wars. But they are different type of wars. But the first aggression is Visan Purva 2025 from there. So all these stories are here, but I have selected few stories in recent times to tell you. Why? Because when we learn something, listen something, then we experience it and something happens. When I meet the soldiers, there is paraplegic over here, madam. You must have gone with the students also. So there was one soldier, and I was just asking him, how you came to army? Then he told me there was the school. I said, कब थी कि मुझे लगा अरे मुझे ऐसा होना चाहिए. So I joined the army. So many stories I listen like that. So then also within you, there will be army person who is ready to sacrifice his life. And for that, I have selected two stories. When we were talking in the kitchen of your direct present, so she was telling me about the passion. तो passion क्या होती है? आर्मी में join होना ये passion क्या होती है? Do you know who was the first pilot, bomber pilot? Have you heard his name? First bomber pilot. There were no planes initially, isn't it? No planes. The planes were introduced in the First World War, then Second World War, and then the bombs came into existence. So, do you know who was the first pilot? Bomber pilot. No? कुछ बात नहीं, मुझे भी पता नहीं था. ऐसे ही एक छोटी सी मैंने स्टोरी सुनी और then I got interested. And then tried to find out who is that. His name was D. Pat. Who is that D. Pat? D. Latin Pat. But he was not British. He was Indian, and his real name was Dattatreya Lakshman Patwardhan. First World War. So what he has gone through, what he has done, how he became a pilot in British Army. And not only that, but Scotland. He is then afterwards he went to Scotland, and then 1914, he was on the battlefield. He was Air Force में cargo भी he was flying, and bomber pilot he was also flying. And Berlin का जो castle palace था was bombarded by this D. Lakshman Pat, that is Lakshman Dattatreya Patwardhan. So what is his story? He is from a small village near Ratnagiri. You know Konkan, small villages. तो वो कोकण से था. रत्नागिरी में तो स्कूल भी उसके विलेज में ज़्यादा थे ही नहीं. तो जैसे 12 साल का हो गया उसके पिताजी बोल दिए नहीं अब तुम जाओ घर से. कहाँ भी अपना नसीब ढूंढो. So he came to Kolhapur. From Kolhapur he came to Bombay at the age of 12, 13, 14. So what he would have done? No one, no relative, no place to stay. So he worked as just a labourer. But it was not his fate to be a labourer. So he joined a workshop of railways. From workshop of the railways, he was seeing so many European people coming here and there, and they are going abroad and coming back. So he thought, just going abroad. How he can go? No passport, nothing. But he just went on the जहाज. टिकट भी नहीं था. जब भी कुछ आ गए देखने के लिए, तो वो he just कुछ ऐसे कोल भर के रखे हुए थे, उसके पीछे छुप गए. जैसे एकदम जहाज अंदर गया, समुद्र के अंदर गया, वैसे वो बाहर आ गया और वो कैप्टन ऑफ द शिप जो था, उसको ने बोला क्या रे, मैं तो ऐसे आया हूँ, मेरे पास नहीं टिकट है कुछ है. उसको इंग्लिश भी बोलने के लिए ज़्यादा नहीं आता था. फिर whatever टूटा फूटा इंग्लिश था उसने बोल दिया होगा कि I'm like that and I have come because I want to go with you to the German or England wherever your ship is going. I want to come there. That fellow was very kind. He gave him a first job on that ship, engineering department में. उसके बाद उसने जर्मन में जाके उधर रहने के लिए भी उसका इंतजाम किया. इतना ही नहीं उसको एजुकेशन भी दिया. उसके बाद he went to Scotland and joined the British Army. Not only that, but the British Army was so clever. See, Ratnagiri, Lokmanya Tilakarkar, it is a bhumi of brilliant people. Patwardhan, again a brilliant Kokudasta. So he was very brainy. Only thing is he was not having schooling like you, but he was very brainy, and so he became the first pilot, bomber pilot. जब टाइम आ गया, to whom to choose? To bombard the pilots जो है कैसे था? तो he was selected. That day it was a very जिसको क्या बोलते हैं जब भी bombing करना है तो it must be the हवा must be very clear. It was not like that. The beast was there. Very difficult, very difficult. But he was so brainy and the map was not only on the paper but it was in his head. His bombing was so accurate that everybody in the world appreciated his bombing. And then he was not only congratulated, awarded, but special recognition was given by the King of the England. And at that time, he could not control himself. And he told, sorry sir, but I told a lie. I am not a British citizen. I am Indian. What was his name, as I told you? Yes, I am Patwardhan from Ratnagiri. He thought, now I will be removed from the Air Force, thrashed out, kicked out. But it didn't happen like that. Because of his passion, England thought that he is the right person to give the education to the new trainees, how to become a passionate for the work. He was sent to India also. In India also he was welcomed like that. Again he went to England, but at last he settled down in Mumbai, in Goregaon. So if you have a passion, you can become just like he became the first bomber pilot in the First World War. In the history of the World War bombing, he was the first one. So if you have a passion, then you can become anybody. Sky is not limit for you. Like the story? Second story. So many times you learn the story of army people, not the navy people or the air force people, isn't it? So I have chosen you the story of a navy because to fight on the land is a different thing. Do you know the name of the country which has the longest seashore? And not only that, but because of the sea trade, that country was the richest country in the world. Do you know the name of that country? Yes. So India. So it is a story of Indian pilot, not pilot, captain. Captain. But he is the only one in the world who has given a supreme sacrifice. There was one picture also, I think. You must have heard about Kurkuri. Have you seen it? Yes. So who was the pilot? Do you remember his name? Yes, some of you are nodding the head. What was his name? He was also from Jammu, but settled down in Uttar Pradesh. Because Kashmir Palayan की जो हम story सुनते हैं ना, I will just want to add you few things, madam. It was not a first Palayan. Kashmir files तो हमने देखी है ना. It was not a first Palayan. It was ninth Palayan. The first Palayan was in very old age, ancient age. Then Mihir Kula was there. And so many other things. So many times the Kashmiri people have to leave the Kashmir. So like that, Mahendranath Mulla, he is finally also moved from Jammu to Uttar Pradesh. But he is the exception in the naval world. जब भी हमको स्वातंत्र्य मिला, तभी हम बोलते हैं 15 अगस्त को हमको स्वातंत्र्य मिला. Is it alright? Is the answer is correct? Am I right or wrong? 15 अगस्त को आजादी मिली, right or wrong? 100% sure? I was also thinking like that. Same like you. But it is not like that. It is said that it was 27th division of India. It is said that it is 27th division of India. Why? Have you heard of Korea, Malaysia, Indonesia, Brahmadesh, Singapore, Nepal, Brahmadesh, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Afghanistan? They were part and parcel of India. Then ये टूट गया, ये गया, ये गया, ये गया, ये गया. Ceylon, where we in Ceylon. So it is called as it is 27 partition. But what are we celebrating? Now we are celebrating it as Azadi Ka Amrit. It's all right. Who was the viceroy when he became free? Lord? Yes. Lord Martyr. He was also a background of army, navy. The same incidents of this mullah, Mahendra Mullah, came into his life also, but he could not dare to sacrifice his life. But this Mahendra Mullah could do that. What is it? It was a 1971 war. Have you heard about 1971 war? What is special about it? Yes, you are correct, but the speciality of 71 war is we fought the war on both the left and right. Means Bangladesh and Pakistan also. We went up to Lahore. और 2-4 दिन मिल जाते तो लाहौर हमारे हाथ में आ जाता because Lahore was the capital of what? No, the Lahore was the capital of who was the Sikh lion Ranjit Singh. His capital was Lahore. His capital was Lahore. Not only that, but Ramakrishna के जो वंशज थे लोग के, he has founded the city of Lahore. रावलपिंडी, रावल बप्पा जो जिसका मैंने उल्लेख किया, उसके नाम से वो रावलपिंडी है. So, in Bangladesh, we just helped Bangladesh to become free, but our army did not stay there, it came back. Not only that, but it has world record within 30 days, we changed the history and geography of the Indian continent, isn't it? Not only that, but first time in the Indian history, all the 3 wings, they worked together. In the first war, when was the first war? After independence? 19? Yes, who gave the answer 1947? Correct answer. It is called an Operation 48, longest war in the history of independent India. 28 October to 1949. Longest war. So many records were broke in that. But again in the 71 war, the Navy was not involved in 62 war, Navy was not involved in 65 war, but 71, Navy played a very important role, and the thing was, what is the designation of a chief of the Navy? Just like Air Marshal or Army General, what is the chief of the Navy is called? Yes, Admiral. So who was the Admiral at that time? Lal. Find out his name. But he was from Karachi. He has born and brought up in Karachi. And when the challenge was given by Indira Gandhi, then he said, Madam, do we have some role or not? Indira Gandhi said, no, maybe what Navy can do. But he was knowing the Navy because of the Navy, Chol, Rajendra Chol. Uski jaise Navy thi, there is no parallel to the Navy in the world. Chol, Raja Chol. So he was knowing the importance of Navy, and he bombarded. The first bomb that was dropped on Karachi by Navy, destroyed their Karachi, destroyed the so many things, largest bonfire in the world, and Pakistan Navy never entered into the Sea of Bengal or Arabic Sea. But this Mahendranath Mulla, he was given a special task. There were some submarines, and he was in charge of one submarine, and that submarine was given a charge to have a just look out in the Arabian Sea. Once they got a signal that one of the Pakistani submarine is just roaming here and there. Its name was Hangor. They were superior. Hangor was much more superior than his kukri. They came into the contact on the 6th of December. At that time, just like the old ladies like me, maybe remembering it, that at 8 o'clock in the night, there was a Akashvani news. तो सारे लोग जमा हो गए डेक के ऊपर न्यूज़ सुनी है वॉर तो शुरू हो गया है थर्ड को so what is happening on each and every front they were just gathered on the deck and what suddenly happened I don't know just a big crack and big sound when torpedo hit the kukri was in two parts the petrol की जो टंकी थी वो फूट गई सारा ईंधन जो था वो पूरा स्प्रेड हो गया and the ship started sinking. Everybody was frightened. मुल्ला और चिल्ला रहे थे अरे भागो लाइफ जैकेट लेके कोई भाग रहे थे तो लाइफ जैकेट भी डाल के not everybody could survive because the water was burning like anything because of the indhan that was sprayed on the surface of the water. It was a game of only 2.5 minutes. Exactly 2 minutes and 33 seconds. Many on the board, it was just like a small village. Whole story, that kukri was whole story. Minimum 200 to 300 people were working on it. Everybody was trying to save his life, but they were telling Mullah that you must get. Sir, please first. Please, you first, please. He said, no, it is not time for the argument. I am your captain. You have to listen to me. Everybody jumped out. But he was still caught in the downstairs. He was knowing about it. And he said, unless and until the last man vacate the boat, I will not. So there was an Aram Kurshi, and he sat on that, just having a cap on his head and his favorite cigarette. And he was closing the eyes and praying the God. And after 2 minutes and 33 seconds, the last deck of the ship also went down under the sea, along with Captain Mahendranath Gore. Only one story, only one such type of sacrifice in the history of Navy or naval history. So, what the story tells us? Very different thing. Mountbatten, we call him Lord Mountbatten, but he also ran out from the ship. But not our Mahendranath Gore. Not our Mahendranath Gore, because he was Indian origin. See, so many times we have very wrong conceptions about Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. But Bihar and Uttar Pradesh have very rich history. Just like Jammu, from where he is, it is called a temple city of India. But we don't know much about it. What we know about Kashmir? Very little. Just learn about Bida Rani and Kota Rani, Sangram Raja, very rich history. ललितादित्य का साम्राज्य सबसे बड़ा था from कन्याकुमारी to Tibet up to Afghan Hindu Kush पर्वत Kashmir very big territory he was having. He was blessed by so many what we can say उसको वरदान मिले थे 100 वरदान मिले थे. So he could do so many wonders also. So how much time is left, madam? I don't know because I have written 29 books, not only on this type, these various different type of stories, but 2 of my books are named as Katha Savaroni. Why? because at that time I was writing in Sakar and हफ्ते में 3 बार मुझे मूल्य कथा लिखनी पड़ती थी. So all this converted into very long 3 years हफ्ते में 3 बार, तो उसको मैंने नाम दिया कथा सागर. So when the time came to start my channel, some of my students, one of them was a group captain and he retired as a wing commander or something like that. So he said, no, madam, you must start a channel now because you have so many stories. So the name of my channel is also Katha Sagar Anuradha Gore. So lot of stories are there, but how much time is there, I don't know.
We also have a Q&A with the children. तो बच्चे कुछ सवाल पूछेंगे?
Yes, चलेगा.
ठीक है.
Only एक small story छोटे एकदम short में बताऊंगी इसके लिए कि बहुत सारे टाइम हमारे आसपास जो लोग होते हैं ना उनको हम बहुत गलत समझते हैं. This was a fellow. He was staying in Pakistan, born and brought up in Pakistan. जहांगीर का लड़का था. He came after partition. But what to do? He was not educated, no service. So gold में smuggling करता था. Gold में smuggling करता था. But do you remember? He was awarded by the governor and he was awarded by the army not only once but twice. Why? Gold smuggler was awarded because he played very important role in the war of 65 and 71. In the 71 war, when the war was going on, before that he was called in police station. He thought अभी तो मैं गया काम से, अभी पुलिस ने बुलाया है तो कुछ पुलिस ने बोला कि अरे आप तो हमेशा पाकिस्तान सीमा क्रॉस करके जाते हैं. So you know the internal roads, so you have to help out also. So he gave a target that within 3 days you have to reach that particular place. So it is now your duty to guide our soldiers because we don't have the maps. It was a difficult terrain, desert. To walk in the desert is as difficult as walk in the mountains, with snowy mountains. But the target was achieved one day before an Indian army went into the Pakistan territory 270 miles because of this person. So he was Daku by profession, but he had a love for Mother India. And his name was, do you know his name? Only, but his story is still there on the internet. उसको जब he sang Manik Shah, he was on the deathbed. He wanted to meet his person. He wanted to meet his person because he loved to have the bhakri. Rajasthan people made out of bajri and whatever the sabji he was preparing, Manik Shah used to share it with him. So he is called as he was Taskar. रणछोड़दास रबारी और उसको बोलते हैं क्रांति दूत. So why I choose this story? Whatever may be your profession, but your slogan must be nation. That's all. So I want all the hands up. You can choose any, even the farmers, they have a place in the army because army is just like a gathering of all the people together, isn't it, madam? Correct? Yes. You need all sort of people. उधर पंडित जी भी होते हैं, कुक भी होता है, इस्त्री वाला भी होता है, कारपेंटर भी होता है, कपड़े आयरन करने के लिए भी होता है, इंजीनियर भी होता है, डॉक्टर भी होता है, सैटेलाइट वाला भी होता है, and you get a scope to learn n number of things after joining without paying any cost. So many of my students have become a doctorate after joining the Navy, Army, and Air Force. So you also have a chance to do it. Now start, come on.
Hello ma'am. Ma'am here.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I would just like to start off absolutely beautiful stories. They were generally so heartwarming. But I just have a small question.
Yes.
Ma'am, over the course of your entire life, you've met with so many army personnel, you've met with so many military personnel. And they're also willing to give up their life. Whereas us, we always think about ourselves first. Mera kya hoga, meri zindagi. So, do you think there's something special about these people that they're so selfless, that they're willing to give up everything for their nation?
I couldn't get your question. Oh?
I was asking, is there anything that you think that connects all these army and military personnel to be so selfless for their nation?
See, according to me, each and every person is having a love for Mother India. हम जैसे बोलते हैं ना चिड़िया होती है, चिड़िया, small. मराठी में चिड़िया इसमें इंग्लिश में क्या बोलते हैं? Little spark. And it is covered by all ash. Isn't it? It is covered by ash. It can't be seen. But as soon as you, what happens? The ash blows away and it really comes. In the same way, when the time will come, each and every one of you will become a selfless and will do something or other for your country. Again, there is another thing. There is no necessity to join the army, navy, and air force to do something for the country. You can be wherever you are. I think there is one fellow from Pune also. He was working with DRDO and he is captured by what he was helping Pakistan. So it is not a true Indian. You may be a teacher, you may be whatever profession you do, but you must think of your nation. That also, just like initially I told you, you can be in the civil life, but you can be a soldier for the country. But Army, Navy, and Air Force, there is a special role because they have a weapon. See, when my son was Padmanabhan Acharya, not Acharya Padmanabhan, General Padmanabhan was there, he was ADC to General Padmanabhan. At the same time, there were bomb sports in Mumbai. 1992 bomb sports in Mumbai. Do you remember it? So many places bomb sports were there. So at that time, he called us and he told that I'm not afraid of me because at that time Kashmir was also burning. So we were afraid of him. But he said, no, I'm afraid of, don't afraid, I'm afraid of you. Why? Because I have AK-47 in my hand. But what is about you? So civilians also have the same threat now. Pune also some Atakavadi pakde last week. So everywhere there is a danger and you must be alert. Self-defense must be there. And when the time comes, it comes out. The last story I was selected but not told was Vishnu Srish. He was Gurkha regiment, he was from Nepal. After retirement, he was going back to his village. The Apus came over there. Everybody in the train, वो जो डाकू मांग रहे थे वो दे रहा था निकाल के. Everybody was afraid. He was also thinking, what should I do now? But he couldn't forget that I am a soldier. He took out the kukri and started attacking the Dakus. The Dakus ran. Few of them got injured. 1 or 2 were dead. But the soldier in him came out at the time of that incident. So everybody of you can have it. Only thing is, something different is required. कभी ट्रेकिंग पे जाते हैं ये लोग. पुणे के पास तो कितने सारे फोर्ट है. Just go to the fort. Every in महाराष्ट्र के मराठी में गाना है. मराठीच्या मातीमध्ये प्रत्येक कडामध्ये आणि प्रत्येक पाण्याच्या थेंबामध्ये there is a राष्ट्रगीत is there. So it is there. So it is very easy. छुट्टियों में क्या करते हैं? You can learn a lot in छुट्टियों में. किताब सारे छोड़ दो. Just घूमो महाराष्ट्र घूमो सह्याद्री घूमो. Learn about so many things. That's.
Thank you so much.
As you motivated your son to join the army, would you like to tell anything to us who want to join the army? Any special point of motivation?
See, motivation from बाहर से नहीं आनी चाहिए, अंदर से होनी चाहिए. I am from Satara. It was the capital of Maratha. And near our houses there were so many houses. Each and everyone was from army. So I think from the beginning only he was like that. मतलब जो बचपन में खेल खेलता था ना वो भी ऐसे ही खेलता था. किताब भी पढ़ता था ऐसे ही खेलता था. हमारे कमरे में एक कमरा था जब हम बच्चे छोटे थे. तो वो हमारे घर में का कलर हमने इतने साल लगाया ही नहीं था. क्यों? हर एक वॉल पे ये कुछ ना कुछ ड्रॉ करता था, मावड़े मावड़े शिवाजी, हत्ती घोड़े. And when he completed his school education, before that, he almost visited each and every Sahyadrika peak. Every time he used to go, along with some trekkers, then along with the friends. And he was not bookish. His class, within his class, 62 students were there at that time. So many of them went abroad, and it was a record in the SSC that 13 students were in merit list. But he was not in the merit list because instead of पढ़ी पुस्तक किताब पढ़नी है, he was in NCC. He used to play football, he used to play hockey, trekking, hiking, drawing, NCC. So just एक पौधा जब भी गमले में लगाते हैं तो अलग होता है, और जब मिट्टी में लगाते हैं और अपने आप उसको बढ़ने देते हैं और बढ़ता है. There is no need from outside to motivate you, to inspire you. It must be within you. Only thing is your teachers and parents give the atmosphere, cohesive atmosphere to you. That's all. That we did. His Pitaji was every night. He frequently has to wait out for the work. But every day we were reading Gita Rahasya. Karmanye Vadika Mahapodeshu. And my parental uncle and auntie, he was very lucky. They were PhDs from, my uncle was PhD in 3 subjects, auntie was PhD in 2 subjects. They were teaching in the university, and for his luck, they settled down in Bombay near our house. So he was telling me, "Tu malaki shiku नको sir, तुला काही येत नाही. तू बाळ नको आहेस." Why? Because they were giving the guidance to PhD students. So he used to go to them, listen to them. That was all. Not specific thing that we have done. But there is one thing I will tell you. His friend, there are 3 of us. 2 are settled down in Pune only, madam. He one retired from Air Force, and second one, he's brigadier in the engineering इधर जो है ना आपका खड़की में, हाँ? Yeah, उधर वो brigadier है पटवा में. So they were from the same class. So then they passed out SSC. At that time SSC passed out हो गया, तो ये जो पराग है उसके माँ ने उसको एक ये दिया था as a prize. What she gave, अर्जुन और श्री कृष्ण रथ में बैठे हैं, तो बोलते हैं just like Arjun you should have your aim. You want to join the army? Then what should be your aim? To join the army. So whatever you will learn, whatever you will read, whatever you will do in the, जैसे मैंने बोला छुट्टी हो, कहाँ भी जो भी कुछ करना है, it should be helpful to you in the army life. That's all.
Just like you said that India was in 1947, it was the 27th division of India. So हमारा साम्राज्य फैला हुआ था ईरान, इराक, अफगानिस्तान तक. अब तो अलग धर्म है, अलग लोग हैं. क्या आपको लगता है हम लोग वापस साथ में आ सकते हैं कभी आगे फ्यूचर में?
It is very difficult, बाबा, but हमारे जो पुराण है, मतलब आजकल कोई चैनल्स है वो ऐसे बोल रहे हैं कि हो सकता है. So it is very difficult for me to answer this. But at present, whatever is happening in POK, they are again eager to join the Indian. But I will say definitely no, unless and until they will again come back to the stream of India. हम nation first should be their slogan. All of them were first. What was our religion? It was not Hindu religion, Vedic religion. So if they are ready to come back to our religion, then yes. Otherwise, no. Otherwise, they will come here and they will make the Afghan and this Pakistan of India. So what's the use of it? Because अभी stories में सुनते हैं, news में सुनते हैं, POK में ऐसे चल रहा है, POK में ऐसे चल रहा है. But how the POK went to Pakistan? Very different story. कभी टाइम आ जाएगा तो उसके बारे में भी बोलूँगी. गिलगिट पाकिस्तान, without firing one bullet, the whole Gilgit Pakistan went to Pakistan. How? Very different story. So they are not the people to whom we should be doing. और अफगान की जो स्टोरी है ना, मेरे चैनल पे मैंने वो डाला है, गांधारी का शाप अफगान अब तक भुगत रहा है. गांधारी का शाप अफगान अब तक भुगत रहा है because गांधारी was from Afghanistan.
One last question.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. As you told us like beautiful stories that the army people have done like so much for us, what can we do to pay them back?
See, there should be a different lecture on that because there are some old age groups and clubs. So they call me to just guide them what they can do. So I take full hour to tell them. In short, what you can do is first join the army again and post. If that is not, then उधर ही आता है 7 December, if I am not wrong. Charging now. So charge yourself. Gather the money from your pocket and Flag Day is there on 7th December. So make the collection from you and from other people and give it to them. Secondly, just like other operations, that is called as Operation Sadbhavana. Operation Sadbhavana. Whatever your age, whatever your profession, you can give life for the betterment of the border, people staying on the border. Why? You can't fight the war unless until the local people are with you. So it is winning the hearts and minds of the people on the border state. This Operation Sadbhavana is winning the hearts and minds of the people on the border state. So you can do so many things. I think Jnana Prabodhini, it is from Pune only. So Jnana Prabodhini, there are so many Jnana Prabodhini students who are working on some, particularly Northeast. I am sure that he is also from Sagar. He has opened up bakeries and some so many things he is doing. He is also from Pune only. So many people. There is, I think, I have book. I will send you the photo of that book. There are 27 organizations from Maharashtra only who are working on the border state to win the hearts and minds of the people, and it will help the army to win the war. So you can do that also. Your parents also can do it. So, and don't forget 7 December. Next last collection. Madam knows how to whom to give it to you. And visit the paraplegic home. Visit the Queen's Mary Technical Institute. And so many other things are there to see.
Hello ma'am, my name is Shelly. You know many stories about the soldiers and all. Which one is your favorite that motivates you to tell us about, to inform us about the sacrifice the soldiers did?
My favorite story.
Yes.
It is very difficult to choose. So many stories. Each and every story is inspiring. Because what happens now, when I write one story, then somebody tells something else. And it becomes endless. Just like I explained about Mahendranath Mulla, the first bomber pilot, Naika Lady and Kurma Lady, I come across one queen and उसका नाम था नाक काटी रानी. Why नाक काटी रानी? Not like Sharpana ka her name was. It was not like that. But she fought against the Turka, defeated the army of her state was very she from Uttarakhand. Not defeated only the army, but from 30,000 soldiers. Very लंबी स्टोरी है, अभी तो नहीं बताऊंगी, बाद में कभी स्पेशली I will come, madam, to tell the stories of lady warriors. because so many girls are also interested. But वो जो 40 बच्चे थे ना उसमें से, तो उसमें उसने बोला कि नहीं ये 40 जो बच्चे हैं उनके सामने आ गए, मैडम रानी मतलब रानी जी हमको तो छोड़ दो, हमको तो छोड़ दो, हमको तो छोड़ दो. This again only the one example like that. But she told them yes. मैं तुमको पहुंचाऊंगी दिल्ली में, तुम जो था मैं तुमको पहुंचाऊंगी. फिर एक और है, एक काय बोलते हैं मराठी में, और एक से कंडीशन. She gave them a bag full of this ज्वेलरी काम किया हुआ था और बोली कि इसमें आपके नाक काट डालो. So 40 people they have to cut the nose and keep it in the bag. And she told them, take this bag and go to Delhi and tell your Badshah the same will be your condition if you dare to look at my territory once again. So many examples. Abakka, Rani Abakka, 7 times she defeated the Portuguese. 7 times. So many stories. Excited.